I'm FBS, the one and only king of Mob 2. But let me tell you about some people who are part of Slob 2. Tony Pizza is a homeless bum, a scumbag and a racist. His personality's as ugly as his motherfucking face. His drunk Josie, Johnny Mac, always have pizza's back. Two fucking clowns talking shit, and the shows are fucking whack. Chatting with Stacks is smoking crack. Lefty Guns is shooting dope. JC sells fucking antennas and smokes whatever he needs to cope. All three of them fools are just a joke. Every single one is fucking broke. Speaking of fools, don't even get me started on Gunsmoke. Angel Gotti caught a body, or maybe just her pops did. Nobody in the streets could get him, but in the end the cops did. You got MRE the diddler, and to this day I cannot see how all those clowns on Angel's panel do not believe he's a Nazi. Lee Cole left MobTube and sold his channel to James Proctor. But Lee better watch his weight or he'll be in desperate need of a doctor. Chicago Muscle and Slick Mike destroy motherfuckers they dislike. They're doxing fools and boxing fools, then Muscle rides away on his bike. FBS, 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 don't ever stress, 'cause you're the king of Mob 2. Even if you don't wanna be, you're screwed. It's a position you've had from the beginning, and it will forever belong to you. FBS, 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 Mob 2.
There once was a man who lived in Massachusetts. He was 600 pounds, short, pudgy, and round, and he was nothing but a nuisance. He claimed to have been in the mafia, and he once told someone he got made. That was an even bigger lie than once when he said that he got laid.
He's a giant, goofy marshmallow man who ate way too many snacks.
That doesn't include dinners
that were 10,000 calories and were delivered in burlap sacks.
Once he was driving high as fuck on Xanax, and he reached for a slice of a beet.
He crashed his fucking car into a telephoto, and then he went to the store for some treats.
On the way to the hospital, he ran into an obstacle, and his fat ass spilled onto the streets. The next day when he got home, he had a few drinks, and then by a midget he got his ass beat. Yizzo!
Hey chickie, you're so sticky,
you should take a motherfucking bath.
hop in the tub and scrub a dub-dub and wash your big fat fucking ass. 'Cause there's no way you don't fucking stink. Between your bad hygiene and how much you drink, you should take your monkey ass to a motherfucking zoo and have them hose you off with the chimps.
Earlier in his life, Chickie joined the service,
till it was time to fight. Then Chickie got nervous.
he splashed chemicals in his eyes.
Then he started telling lies so he could get a paycheck for life. He did that bullshit on purpose, but he should have joined a circus as the motherfucking fattest man alive. And if he would have done that, he could have made a comeback. Then his fat ass would have finally served a purpose. Now die! Hey chickie, you're so sticky, you should take a motherfucking bath. Hop in the tub and scrub a dub-dub and wash your big fat fucking ass. 'Cause there's no way you don't fucking stink. Between your bad hygiene and how much you drink, you should take your monkey ass to a motherfucking zoo and have them hose you off with the chimps. Now Chickie got old, and all of a sudden he's bold. He spends his days talking shit on YT. He shoves opioids down his throat, and he's the size of a boat. Feeling sorry for himself like, why me? He looks back on the day that he answered phones for $600 a week. was a bookie, but all he did was eat cookies, cause he's a morbidly fat fucking geek. He posts pics on IG of shit he doesn't own, cause he's a fugazi and a freak. He should really consider, after he eats dinner, putting a padlock on his fridge. Hop in your truck, cause who gives a fuck? Now go jump off the Memorial Bridge. Edge. Hey chickie, you're so sticky, you should take a motherfucking bath. Hop in the tub and scrub a dub-dub and wash your big fat fucking ass. Cause there's no way you don't fucking stink. Between your bad hygiene and how much you drink, you should take your monkey ass to a motherfucking zoo and have them hose you off with the chimps. The end.
Yeah. Yizzo. What's going on, everybody? All right. Why am I on here? Got no choice. Got to do it. Shanna has to work in the morning, so it's not really Shanna time right now. Although she is up, and I'm going to do a show as quickly as possible, so then, I can go spend some time with her. She can't stay up too late. 59 people, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in the chat. That's interesting. And only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 comments. I guess the lesson I should learn from this is that if I'm going to do night shows, I got to schedule them in advance. But some nights I just can't. Tonight, I didn't know if I was going to do a show. I didn't know. 60 people now. Well, thank you, Casey. We just left. We had a family gathering for my stepson's birthday. We had a great time. I eat so much fucking food. I'm telling you, I feel like I'm going to explode. I feel like I'm going to fucking explode. But we got home and I didn't know what our plans were for the night. And it turns out we didn't have any. So here I am. So it's kind of like a Freestyle Friday part 2 right now. How is it possible that there's 62 people and there's now only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 comments in the chat? My show flopped tonight. Nobody loves me anymore. I think it's all over for us, Jesse. I think the fun is over. I think it's time for us to find something else to do. Steve Blair, we have got to. I saw your comment on one of my videos. We have got to get you a membership. We have to. I don't know how we're going to do it. Steve, have you figured out how to allow gifts on your thing? What kind of phone are you using again? Shane Smith, 10. What do you mean? You're number 10? You have haters hate watching and lurking off in the bushes. In the bushes. What did I just say? In the bushes? In the bushes. Yeah, always. That's always. You guys better start commenting, though, goddammit. The fuck? Hey, I got $1.5 quadrillion on my game. Is that good? I think it's good. You only start out with like 15 million, so not bad. Shug dreams of ladyboys. Why do I have a feeling I know who you are? Let's keep an eye on him. Armand D, what up? What up? Bro, that fucking video had me dying earlier, bro. I showed that shit to Shanna. I was like, oh my God, that was funny as fuck. Anyway, we had a good night, guys. I'm hyped. I'm happy. Turned out to be a good Friday, but here I am. Back at home. The Butches, big dog. The Butches? What do you mean, instead of bushes? You have an iPhone. Oh, yeah. Do you have a computer you could do it from, Steve Blair? Aries, hey. Armand D, you got a free membership to the Treehouse. Nice. What was that? Oh, am I getting money here? What? Damn, look at that. Nice. Nice. Steve Blair. $10 for Hope Mom's Good, bro. Thank you, Steve. And $5 from Casey Robinson for Friday starter. Thank you, Kate. Well, was yours first? I'm not sure, but thank you. Yeah, yours was second. Either way, thank you. Can't get no members info. I'll figure this shit out. Yeah, I think you just need to do it from a computer if you have an iPhone. Guys, you want to hear something fucked up? So after the show earlier, I got I grabbed my new skateboard. I went to Lancaster to the skate park I like to go to. I say it that way because here you're not allowed to say Lancaster. Here it's a bunch of hillbillies. You got to say Lancaster. I won't say Lancaster. I'll say Lancaster. So anyway, I went out there, and when I pulled up, I was like, oh my God, because I'm thinking there's going to be 100 kids there. It's going to be, because usually after like 3:00 on a Friday, you can't even move. There's so many fucking kids. So that's the only time you got to worry about children at the skate park on the weekends and shit. So, but I pull up and I could tell, there's a parking area right there, and I know everybody's cars and stuff. So I could tell who's at the skate park or who might just be parked there for like the skating rink next door. And I'm like, holy shit, only my man Dennis, who comes in the chat here. I was like, he's the only one here. And then I saw another SUV, but it was parked, kind of far away. And I got out of the car, and I realized there was 7 kids there. I don't know where they all came from. They couldn't have all come from the same SUV. I think parents might have dropped the kids off, came back to get them. But just so you know, 7 children at a skate park are equivalent to 275 adults. Okay, I'm not kidding. That's the math I've come up with, because they are fucking just the worst people you ever want to see at a skate park, children. And they don't skate. There's no skating. They're all on fucking scooters. Okay. They're all, and this guy, like after like 20 minutes, this guy rolls up with his son, and he comes in. He's like, it's like a scooter or something. I forget what word. He's something about all the scooters in there. And I was like, yeah. And here's your son on a scooter. Ain't that great? So make sure you go camp out on the top of the fucking bank ramp where all the other fucking children on scooters camp out, just so we can't use the ramp. And then make sure you're just zigzagging back and forth over the quarter pipes and the boxes and the hips and, on the fucking half pipe and everything. So none of us could use any of those things either. So anyway, I can't stand kids at the skate park. I'm telling you. I read a thing online the other day. There was this whole thing about kids at skate parks. It was so fucking funny because it's all so true. No matter what skate park you go to in America or anywhere in the world, the kids are just the worst thing to happen to a skate park. They don't belong there. They really don't. And these parents let their fucking kids, like kids that are, little tiny, 4 or 5-year-olds on scooters. They allow them to try to go over these big ramps, and they can't do it because you got to have a certain amount of speed and shit, or you're just going to fall flat on your fucking face. And that's what happens every time. It's a bunch of children falling flat on their fucking faces, and their parents don't even seem to be concerned. So anyway, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But they are good, though. Some of those kids are amazing. Anyway, I don't plan on talking about skate parks too long. Just bear with me. So I start skating on my new board, and I quickly realized, oh my God, I can't skate on this. I mean, holy shit. That is nothing like the boards I use. It's 2 inches longer. It's like an inch, I don't know, less wide. I don't know. And it's just, it's horrible. I mean, and I got the hard wheels. Usually I get soft wheels. The wheels are so hard. It was like I was riding on gravel the whole time. It was terrible. I couldn't even use it. So I was like, let me go get my old board, and I'll just break this one in little by little. Well, after like 20 minutes of skating, guys, I got this fucking dizzy spell. I'm telling you, man. I fucking sat down. If Denny comes in here, he'll tell you. I sat down on this fucking bench, and it was like the whole fucking world was just spinning around me. I got real fucking nauseous. I'm sitting there like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. It's not going away. I called Shanna. I'm like, baby, I can't even fucking see straight. I don't know what happened. I was so dizzy and so nauseous, I had to leave. So I skated very, a total of probably, like I said, 20 minutes. It sucked. The first 10 minutes I was there, I was just adjusting the trucks on the board and shit. But, so I don't know. I didn't get much skating in. What can I say? The skate park needs a height limit like rides at amusement parks. No shit. Yeah, they're the worst. I'm telling you. They kids, and this is, if I ever find that thing, I'm gonna post it or something so you guys can see this thing this person wrote. It's so true. They have no spatial awareness. They have no fucking, like, they have no manners. They're not considerate of anybody else's fucking personal space or riding space, really. They have no feelings. They are as rude as could fucking be. And they are just everywhere. Just every fucking where. It's unbelievable, man. They are fucking, like, tomorrow I'll go to the York City Park if it's not raining. I ain't even going. I'm done going to that skate park on fucking weekends. No more. What sucked, though, is as soon as I started getting dizzy, all the kids left. There was only one kid and his dad. So even Dennis left. So I had the whole skate park to myself, but I couldn't skate. So that was shitty. Let me see. Yes, that's what it felt like, Anthony Santoro. That's right. Bro, I hate going anywhere the kids are running around. I have a teen and a preteen. I avoid little kids at all costs. It takes the fun out of everything. Yeah, they're the worst. Denny said to me today, right after I got there, he was like, bro, there was just a family of kids, mother and the kids, and they were fucked. The kids were barefoot. They didn't even have a skateboards, scooters, bikes, nothing. They were just running up and down the ramps. Like, what the fuck goes on in a parent's mind? Why would you bring your fucking children to a place that's meant only for one of those three things? To either skateboarding, riding a bike, or riding a scooter. Why would you bring them on foot and let them just run around when you see that there's people trying to do shit here? You know what I mean? There's this video about this. It's this guy in England or something. I told you about this before. He goes to the skate park. He's another scooter guy. I can't stand the scooter people. It's so corny to me. It's like skateboard, like cheating. Like, you got a skateboard, but there's fucking handlebars on it. So this guy's at a skate park, and everything he tries to do, there's kids everywhere. They're not skating. They're not scootering, if that's a thing. I guess that's what they call it. They're not on bikes. They're just running around, running up and down the ramps and stuff, And the fucking guy says to this fat mother of one of the kids, can you please move these kids out of the way? Because they were all like, it looked like a fucking field trip. So he was just talking to one of the mothers or whatever. He's like, could you just move these kids out of the way? Because I'm going to be tearing this place up in a minute. And I don't want any of your kid or his friends to get hurt. So, oh my God, she threw just an absolute Karen, threw a fucking fit, yelling at him and shit. And he was like, okay, well, fuck you. I'm just going to do my thing. And he was just tearing the park up. And he had like a GoPro on so you could see it from his perspective. And just everywhere he went, there was some kid running out in front of him. And he almost got hurt bad a couple times. And a couple times he almost hurt a kid real bad. But it's like, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, if a kid gets hurt, you shouldn't have had your fucking kid there. It's the last thing I want to see, but they just don't belong there. I'm sorry. It's not. Parks are for kids. Skate parks are not. Oh, thank you for that, bro. I'll tell him what you said. Thank you. All right. Anyway, off that topic. Tony Soprano moment. Yeah, I read that one. All right. Let me just go back down here. Shug Dreams. We had a good chuckle. What are you talking about? Where? Off topic. Is Joey Bay 8th Pillhead still alive? Once you've been with NB, I don't know if you could ever truly be alive again. I think you die inside. You know what I mean? I think a little piece of you dies, if not a huge piece of you. You're at the very least never the same again. When you're with a pig like that, a horse-faced whore like that, I mean, it can't be easy to ever really go back to the way you used to be. I think his heart is beating, if that's what you're saying. I'm not sure he's alive though. If you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's alive. He does exist, I believe, over on Kane Shade's channel. But that's it. Joe Bay, the first guy to ever let MobTube completely and totally destroy his fucking life. But since then, several more have come along who also let MobTube destroy their lives. And some people, their lives haven't been destroyed yet, but they will be. Or their lives will be because of MobTube. You know what I'm saying? Guys, let's play a game. Who's the next person? And you could say whoever you want. Who's the next person to destroy their lives completely or have their lives be completely destroyed because of their obsession with MobTube? Nick Romano, he destroyed his life, but he's making a comeback. I think there's still hope for Nick. But who else? No freaking ZD now, 199. Your shit got real tonight, but love y'all. Uh-oh, what happened? You all right? You out there brawling? Thank you for the 199, brother. Maverick, just exaggerate that more and more every time. I wish I could still rollerblade. There's some people there that rollerblade. Not many. The York City Park, there's a lot more rollerbladers. I don't mind that, you know. I don't really mind anything except for the kids. I don't. They're just fucking horrible people. I know that sounds crazy, but they are. Ask anybody at a skate park. You could love kids so much, and then you go to a skate park and you're like, wow, how do we get rid of these motherfuckers? Oh my God. How do we get them out of here? And you know what? It's not even their fault. It's their parents' fucking fault. If their parents had any consideration for other people, their parents would be like, no. You play over here if you're going to, whatever, but you can't be in the way. These guys are trying to skate. That's what the park is for. For anybody who says, what do you mean? Just because you're here to skate doesn't mean my kids can play. Because they'll say shit like that. No, that's exactly what it means. It means that because there are people here to skate, your kids cannot fucking play. Because it's not a play park. It's a skate fucking park. Give me a All right, guys. What do you mean no freaking ZD now? Did some shit go down on another show? Yeah, I don't know what he means. What does he mean? I mean, he's in the streets, so I'm assuming he means some street shit, but I don't know. That's like when people bring their fucking dogs to a restaurant or a grocery store. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, stay home if you got to bring your dog. I feel you. For real. Thank you, Bobby, for that. Tips would be nice. SL Gordon 3, $9.99. Happy Friday. Good to see you all. Same to you. Thank you for the $9.99. How do you think surfers feel about skaters? I don't think they feel any way about them because they're on the water and skaters ain't there. There's been some people, I don't know if I told you guys, that are doing this surf skating now. I met a woman the other day, like 2 or 3 days ago. I get there and it's just this woman with this long board, but they got these boards. They're called, I don't know, surf skateboards or something. The front truck moves all different ways. So it's like you can fucking, like you're surfing. I tried to ride one day. It's fucking incredibly difficult. But this woman was like trying to fucking ride this thing. And she's like, yeah, I'm trying to learn how to surf. And I watched a bunch of videos and they said I should do this. Then the next day I met a couple of guys. Yeah, I think that was yesterday. I told you, older guys that were brothers that were trying to learn that so they could surf. FBS, did you see that 4-year-old kid call the cops on his mom for eating his ice cream? No, that's wild. Nick has been ghost for a while, so no. He stopped doing shows, that's for sure. No, he's in here possibly right now. No, he's not in here right now. He's been in here. He's Joe Black. He's Donnie Brasco. He's been in here. He's in a halfway house right now. Steve Blair. Oh, that's your vote? That's your vote. Okay, who else? Anybody else got any votes? Like, who do you think is going to be the next to ruin their lives? There's got to be other people. I mean, there's other people. Lefty, I don't think it was MobTube that ruined his life. His life has been destroyed for a long time. I don't know if it was ever not destroyed. But as far as, the amount of time that we've known him, I think we could pretty much attribute that to heroin and not so much MobTube. Heroin will ruin your life every time. There's no way to win. No way. You do heroin, you lose. Jane Creek, $5. Dude, thank you for the $5, Jane Creek. I appreciate you. Dude, J-Max, okay. I feel you on that, but their lives, you can't destroy something that's already destroyed. What could possibly get worse in their lives? If you could think of something, go ahead and tell me. I guess they could go blind or become like quadriplegics or something. But other than that, what could really go worse? Like, what could get worse in their life? I don't even know. I second Steve Blair. Wait, what did Steve Blair say? Oh, Count Josie. Oh, it's funny. I don't really know what Josie's life is like, but let me put it this way: if you're that wrapped up in this, okay, that you're on here all the time, if you're not on your own show, you're in somebody else's chat. If you're not in somebody's chat, you're on somebody's panel, and you're drunk all the time, and you've got court cases against people, and or whatever, civil suits, whatever the fuck it is, restraining orders, and this is just consuming your life. Your life is already destroyed. You know what I mean? Like, or at the very least, it can't be any good. There can't be any quality of life. There can't be. I'm telling you guys, listen, the other day I gave my speech once again about how I don't want to be, told about this shit like throughout my day unless it's something I need to know. Just imagine that people like Josie, not only do they not want it to be kept from them, they want to be told, and they have this on their mind all day, every day. I know how shitty I feel when I'm thinking about something MobTube related when I'm not on MobTube. But that's because when I say this is truly only a business for me, that I mean it. These people, this is their everything. This is their social life. This is their, I guess it's a form of releasing anger or aggression. Aggression sounds like I said, regression. Aggression. Stress, maybe. It can't be a stress release. It's got to cause you stress. So not even that. But it could be a place to get your anger out, and it's definitely for a lot of them a social life, because many of these people, what you'll notice is that you never see them with anybody who's not from MobTube. Like, you don't see these people with groups of friends, boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives, nothing. It's just them on here all the time. So, that's with certain people I'm not going to name, but there's a couple of people I can think of off the top of my head. I can tell you for a fact, truly have nothing going on outside of this. Nothing. Without this, they probably commit, because they have nobody in their lives they're close to. They have no group of friends. They have no real money. They have no success in life. They're fucking, a lot of them are spoiled brats, so they're never fucking satisfied no matter what. No matter, even when things get better, no matter how good they might have it. There's just a lot of miserable people who are lonely and have nothing going on. So this is their lives. This is how they feel. Like they live this shit all day, every day. You know what I mean? And to me, if that's where you're at, then I mean, your life is already shit. Like that is a nightmare to me. The day I wake up, the day I start waking up, okay? Like every day I wake up and it's just okay. I can't wait to get on Mob 2. I can't wait to do a show. Oh my God, it's going to be great. And then after that show is over, somebody else is on and I'm going to be in his chat. And then after his show, another guy's on and I'm going to be in his chat. And then after that, another guy's going to be on and I'm going to be on his panel. And then I'll just go in a series of chats and on people's panels until I just can't stay awake anymore. Then I'll sleep 5 to 6 hours, do a show, and repeat the whole thing all over again. Fuck that, man. That's my nightmare. I couldn't even imagine. FBS Lehigh County Prison had 3 deaths in 8 months. Word? What's even in Lehigh County? Like, is that Allentown and shit in Lehigh County? I don't even know. I've heard of Lehigh County. I don't even know what it is. Oh, okay, bro. All right. Did you text me? Chicky? You know, oh my God. Yes. Oh, without a doubt. To the person, yeah. See, you said Chicky and MRE. See, here's the thing. Maybe this was a bad game because again, you know, Chicky is 600 pounds. According to somebody very close to him, 680 pounds. Okay, let's just say he's 400. Okay, with 400 pounds. All right. He's addicted to drugs. He owes money everywhere. He's got a serious gambling problem. He's getting slapped around in front of his kids because he owes fucking money. Getting his chain snatched off his neck. He drives a piece of shit truck that barely runs and doesn't go over 40 miles an hour. He has no respect from anyone. He's not taken seriously by anyone. Nobody likes him. And all he has is every now and then some dummy will buy his bullshit story and then let him tell it on their fucking podcast. That's it. So, you know, the problem is all the people we're naming, their lives can't be destroyed any more than they already have been. Like, once you reach that point where you're, 400, 500, 600 pounds and your whole life is on YouTube, the only place to go is up. How are you going to get any lower than that? You know what I mean? MRE, Jesus, destroyed his life. I'm pretty sure the accusations of fredophilia, the gun case that was reported like nationwide, where he was actually called a white supremacist by Breitbart, which you got to understand. Anybody who knows Breitbart is literally like run by white supremacists. Like the whole fucking thing is like just a right-wing racist piece of horse shit. Like that's Breitbart is garbage. Okay. And they stand up for white supremacists. So when they call you a white supremacist, you are beyond you are fucking, I mean, it's got to be such an extreme case that they would actually say, okay, we hate nothing more than calling anybody this because our whole platform is supposed to be, racism and shit, like the right wing itself. So we hate calling people this because we want to convince the world that racism isn't a thing and it doesn't exist here in America. But this guy, fuck that. I mean, there's nothing else we can call him. So you got the gun case. You were obviously a rat on that. You got another gun case. I'm sure you ratted on that. You got away with that one. You got the accusations of fredophilia. You got the fact that you're a fucking neo-Nazi scumbag. The fact that you're fucking another one, 400 fucking pounds, 5'5", maybe. He's filthy, dirty. He stinks. He lives in a crack house. I mean, how do you get any lower than that? How do you go down from there? You can't. You hit rock bottom. So I don't know, man. There's only a couple people who have something to lose. And those people, I am sure, because I have a few names in my head, are definitely going to lose everything because of MobTube. There is no question. It might take a while, but it'll happen. I already see certain people going down that road. Certain people who are just way too wrapped up in this horse shit. You know what I mean? That's one thing, guys. Of all the things that differentiate me from all these other fucking people, the thing that I take the most pride in is the fact that this is like, let me tell you why this is important to me. You guys, that's it. Like, you guys are like my fucking family. Like, I truly love hanging out with you guys. Sometimes when I'm in a bad mood, I'll just do a show just to talk to you guys and bullshit and stuff. It keeps my mind off things. You guys are people I'd always want to be friends with, even if I disappeared from here. But other than that, I mean, this is truly nothing more than a hustle to me. That's all it is, a way to make money. And I've been here longer than anyone. The only person who's been here longer than me and that is Lee. And he was literally here 3 or 4 days longer than me. Okay. We'll round it up to a week. And I am not, even guys, even like when I really let shit bother me and I fucking was just at war with certain people like Angel. Even then, I mean, some people on here, we know who they are. Like, they could go away for a month and then they could hear that somebody called them like a jerk off. And then they're back and they'll do 500 shows in a row. Like, that's people who are truly like, they're so sensitive. Their sensitivity keeps them here because it's like they have to constantly defend themselves and fight with anybody who says anything about them. I'm telling you right now, I am so the opposite of that. That if during that Angel beef, the money dried up completely, I would have just probably just left and she could have kept talking about me every night and it would have made a fucking difference because that's really all it is to me is money. So even when I was really kind of wrapped up in it myself, it didn't mean anything to me. You know what I mean? If I did a show, tear an Angel apart and I didn't make money, I was just as disgusted as I would have been if I was doing a show about something else and didn't make money. In other words, what I'm saying is I don't feel the need to be on here to defend myself. I just I'll use that as a way to make money. Like, if you fuck with me, if you attack me, or if you start a war with me, then I'll go back and forth with you to make money. But nothing you're saying is hurting me to the point where I would do it for free for even 5 fucking minutes. So, you know, there's people that, when I say people are jealous of my life, I'm not even saying, I'm not no lifestyles of the rich and famous, far from it. Okay. I'm no rock star, none of that. I'm just a guy who finds this unimportant. That's it. And therefore, you know, my life, my quality of life is better than everybody else's because I can truly clear my head and just be out there, you know, just doing my thing, having fun. Like tonight, my mind was not on this for 30 seconds. We had a good time. We had a big family get together. We spent hundreds of dollars on food and shit and gave my, stepson all his gifts and money and, you know, saying happy birthday to him and all that shit you do. My mind was not on this for a second. Matter of fact, I was hoping that Shanna would have said, let's do something, like something specific, just so I wouldn't have had to do a show. But if we're just going to hang around, I kind of have to. I can't afford not to. You know, so I'm actually pissed off at the fact that I had to come on here. But I'm telling you, man, most of these guys' lives, they're already such shit that they can't be destroyed any more than, you know, any further past the point that, you know, they already are. They're already so bad, their lives, that you can't make it any worse. And the other people, this is so important to them that it will end up destroying whatever it is they do have. And nobody has a whole lot. Okay. we see it happening, little by little with certain people. And new people pop up and do it. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I just don't see the appeal in all this. I don't. I swear to God, the whole fucking mob tube could turn on me tomorrow and start attacking me. If I see there's no money, I will just you can say whatever you want about me. You're not going to see me anymore. Like I would just be like, fuck it, I don't need to be fighting with you idiots. I told you guys, I hate to sound like a douchebag, but 90, we'll say 8% of the MobTube content creators I look down upon in a major way. Like I think they're complete and total jerk offs. So their opinions of me are completely meaningless, but I can use all this shit to make money. Like if you're the jackass who decides tomorrow that you want to talk about me, then you're the jackass I'm going to make money off of tomorrow. You know? Pizza's wife and those kids. Oh, them. His wife. Does Pizza still have his family? No, apparently that's been over for a couple days. That JT seems to be getting wrapped up, but he's been a content creator for a while. He does seem wrapped up, but like you said, I mean, I think this has already kind of been his life, this whole YouTube thing and this podcast, whatever. Sugar in Thailand, and he forgot in his pocket. What did he forget in his pocket? I don't know. I'm sure that family smells. They have to. Frank, S. Frank hits his late. Oh, he's talking about pizza. They're mostly unemployed, bored people. Yeah, exactly. That's another reason, like you, like why I do the skating and shit. It's another reason for it is because you gotta figure out something. You know what I mean? Like this is how I make a living, whether people like it or not. And I'm fortunate enough to have free time. I've been telling you guys for years, you will never catch me sitting around and wasting that free time. I can't. I don't have it in me. Time is too precious to me. But, something like that, anybody who tries to knock it is a jerk off, an asshole. I'm out there getting a tan. I'm in the fucking sun. I'm getting exercise. I'm improving my cardio, my overall health. I'm making fucking friends. I'm having a ball doing something I've had a passion for since I was 7 fucking years old. These other people, it's like the reason they're so wrapped up in this is because they never get away from it. They never even try. And when I say get away from it, I mean mentally. Like just turn off your fucking phone, use a different phone, go get a different phone with a different phone number, just change your phone number. Or block everybody. Make it easier. Like I do every now and then, just block everybody. And then just go like a week where you just forget that this exists and then live your life as if it didn't exist. And oh my God, it's 1,000 times better than when people are sitting around trying to plan their next show and what they're going to say about this one and what they're going to do to hurt that one. And it's so whack. It hurts relationships. It hurts families. It's just bullshit. It's bullshit. This is literally, except for the fact that it's how I make my money. I mean, it's kind of my last priority. Except, I mean, I can't really say that because making money is one of my top priorities, but you know what I mean. Like, when it comes to family, health, freedom, stuff like that, those all come way before this. This is like, I'll ride it till the wheels fall off. But if it ends tomorrow, oh well, I'll just have to figure out another way to make money. But there's people on here who I don't think can live without it anymore. I mean, there's people who don't do anything but this. That is so sad to me, but I don't feel bad for these people because most of them are horrible people. So this is an escape from real life, and that's where it should stay, not in real life. Well said. Wait, he has a neck to have a chain wrap around and press. Oh, Chicky, yeah, well, that's what I heard. Chicky's street name was the Chris. Oh, the Chins. Wow. Let me try this now. I don't know. I don't know what happened to my vision. If he was 680 pounds, he wouldn't be able to move. They'd need to knock out a wall and get a forklift and put him on a flatbed to take him to the hospital. That's what I thought, Joe Bag of Donuts. But I think he could be, in all seriousness, I would be shocked if he's under 450. I'd be absolutely shocked. I mean, look at him. Definitely 450. In my opinion, that's a guarantee. Whether it's above that or not, I don't know. But there's no question that he's 450 pounds. I know men about his height that are 300 pounds, and I'm telling you, they ain't got shit on him. He is just one big gelatinous blob of just monkey shit. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. I guess I just did describe it. It's the only one I can come up with. It's the only description. Lee left a year ago. Yeah, Mike Slick, Pizza has lost his family, her family, and any other family that he has connections to. Yeah, he has. Some people have a lot to lose. Like Chicky, he could lose 250 pounds, cholesterol, the tough guy facade. Yeah, he's got definitely those few things he could lose. And I'm sure there's a few more. Pizza was the cock of the walk for 2 days. I know, he's such a douche. And only to admit that, oh, that wasn't my girlfriend. Oh, my God, really? We really thought it was Tony Pizza. I'm shocked. The fuck out of here. Oh, my God. Ham Sammy, $10. Thank you, my man. Appreciate you. Bobby, did I shout out your 10? I hope so. I hope so. All right. Bonk, bonk. BTF, we had 3 lines in the water tank. I don't know what y'all talking about. I think he's about 400, give or take. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I still think 450. I don't know why I'm stuck on that number. He's enormous. I mean, all you got to do is see him when he's like on SoFlo's show and he's in his car and he's like reclined back and it's just like all the neck fat like swallowing his head. It's just like like an uncircumcised cock. Like his neck fat is just like enveloping his fucking head. And oh my God, I'm afraid he's gonna drown in his fat. In his neck fat. Is that possible? Could he suffocate himself? I'm not afraid, by the way. I hope. I'm very hopeful. But could that happen? Please tell me it could. Like, say if he's sleeping like with his head up on a pillow, is it possible that the fat could slowly rise up and start to cover his nose and mouth until like this? And then that's it. That's just the end. He takes his last breath. What do you think? Is that possible? I hope so. I hope so. Mike Slick. Oh, shit. Eyes at 9:15. What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? What? Oh, shit. Oh, my. He doesn't have a neck. He looks like he has an Easter Island statue on top of his shoulder. Oh, my God. He's so fat. Remember Anthony Blundetto? Boy, are you fat. Why is he so big? I think all of us, right? We've all gained weight and shit. Well, probably not all of us. Some people are skinny their whole lives, but I know, man, that I was on here, like I gained so much fucking weight in like a year and a half. And then I shit you not, guys, I was at Walmart and I'm sure I told you this already, but it's like a year and a half into this. And I was walking out of Walmart and Cam was coming straight towards me. Now, again, guys, when I tell you that me and Cam have been tight since like 1997, I don't mean just like we talk on the phone sometimes and we see each other, you know, every now and then. I'm talking about there's periods of years on and off where we were together every single goddamn day for years at a fucking time. Like for example, 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16. You know what I mean? Like, just day in and day out. And he walked right fucking past me like I was invisible. And I said, yo, Cam, what the fuck, bro? And he said, oh, my CeeLo, bro, God damn, you got big. I didn't even recognize you. I said, what? And then later that night, it was somebody's birthday. It might have been my mom's. And she likes to go to this Chinese place in Lancaster. So we all met there. And I hadn't seen my brother in like, I don't know, a few months or something. And my brother comes in and pats me on the stomach and goes, God damn, you're living up to the name, huh? And I said, what you mean? He said, Fat Bald-Sicilian. I'm like, what? What does that mean? You telling me I'm fat? That was it, guys. That was enough for me. I'm sure some of you remember. I went on a crash diet. I would eat maybe 2-3 hard-boiled eggs in the morning. For lunch, I'd have the little can of tuna with the 6 crackers. And then for dinner, I'd have a salad. That was it. I lost 32 fucking pounds in, I think, a few months. And then I wound up losing more after that later on, much, much later on. But my point is, doesn't everybody get to a point where they say, okay, I can't live like this no more? Like, I'll do it ever. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some people who can't lose weight. I feel terrible for those people. There are people who have, you know, glandular problems or whatever. They can't lose weight. But if you can, and most people can, when do you get to the point where you're like, oh, I didn't know what you meant. My bad. When do you get to the point where you're like, no, I can't do this. I don't want to look like this anymore. When I look at those old videos, even now, I'm disgusted with myself. I want to lose weight. You know what I mean? And I'm not even nowhere near being fat. But like, as long as I got the little neck fat, and I can't stand that. I never had that in my life till I started taking this fucking medicine for this heart failure. But when I look back at those old videos of myself, I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. I really did look like a thumb. Oh my God. So I don't know how a guy like Chicky wakes up every morning, looks at himself in the mirror and says, yeah, like he's really feeling himself. You know what I mean? He throws on the gazelles and he puts on the tracksuit and he walks around like he's the fucking man. And as far as being a tough guy, I mean, that is a sign of weakness. I mean, you know what I mean? Like people look at a guy like him and say, well, you have zero self-control. Like you can't discipline yourself at all. So what a surprise that a guy like Chicky is just a fucking gluttonous fucking pig. You know what I mean? The kind of guy who's just such a despicable fucking human being that he doesn't even set rules or boundaries for himself. He doesn't even get to a point where he's disappointed with himself. He could be 500 fucking pounds and he still thinks he's the shit. I don't know, man. Let me read some things here. He doesn't have a neck. He looks like I read that one. Chicky splashing chemicals in his eyes, shaking my head. Yeah, that's what he did. And I know as a veteran, that probably makes you fucking sick that he pussied out like that. When he gets stretched out, it's going to take a crane to move him. Yeah, definitely. Jenny Sack. This is how you try. He ate the entire menu at McDonald's and still manages to be 2 fries short of a Happy Meal. Ah, very good, BTF. What's up, everybody? Has anyone seen a full body pic of this Chicky person? I don't know. I think I I put one in a thumbnail once, but I'm not sure. I might have some. I got to check. My question, how do you get the size of Chicky and not realize how fat you are getting? Get some self-respect. I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I guess maybe he's been like that. See, for me, when people started calling me fat in my personal life, that's when that was a wake-up call. But you got to remember, I was never fat in my life until then. Like until my daughter's mom got pregnant, which I was about 21. I was a stick fucking figure. You saw pictures of me. Like I was fucking skin and bones. I couldn't gain weight no matter what. I tried everything to gain weight. It wouldn't happen. Once she got pregnant, it's weird. It was like a sympathy thing or something. I gained a good bit of weight, but I was never above 165. And for 5'9", that's not bad. Never. And then this heart failure shit happened. And once I got on those all those different medicines, plus you got to understand, I mean, for several months I couldn't even walk really. So I mean, I shot up to like 196 or something. That's what I was, I think, when I went into rehab. I was 196. But I shot up to that probably in 2015. In 2016 and 2017, when I went to jail, I was there for 30 days and I had to see a doctor because you just have to at certain points in time. And I was 193 or 196 then. And within 30 days of being in jail, I was down to 183. And I left jail at about 180, something like that. And but then, you know, you're home, you could eat whatever you want and shit. I put the weight back on, but it wasn't until I started all the different medications and shit. And it's just been a struggle ever since. But it's so weird because when like my brother and Cam said that day, I'm like, what the fuck, bro? I guess you don't see yourself a certain way sometimes. Like you don't realize the holy shit. But I mean, Chicky, you can't be that big and not realize. I mean, you got to understand, guys, and I don't want to get disgusting here, but you tell me, you don't have to have a camera in his bathroom to know the answer to this. Can Chicky at his size wipe his ass? Tell me if you think so, say yes. If you don't think, say no. Go ahead. I like these games. Gives me a second to take a water break and stuff. Oh. Sometimes ice cold water is the best. I don't like when you guys take this long to answer. Anybody want to donate, by the way? Anybody who hasn't donated in a while, anything like that, feel free. I'd really appreciate it. Not without getting shit on the sleeve. He can't see his dick. No, he can't. I mean, front to back. Oh, there's no way. There's no way. He's a little short, you know, pudgy, like, I don't know. Like he couldn't, there's no way he could wrap his ass or his arm around his ass and like really clean himself. I saw one of those 600-pound life people or something talking about how she had to take a towel and just like, oh. And you know, you ain't getting in the cracks and crevices. You ain't getting that motherfucker clean. No. So that's like, in other words, it ain't just about your appearance anymore. This is a serious life issue. I remember when lifestyle issue. I remember when Artie Lang told Howard and them one time, because Howard was nagging him about whether or not he jerks off. And Artie was like, yeah, but I don't really want to talk about it. Howard's like, why not? We always talk about shit like this. And he was like, well, since I gained so much weight, I'm having problems. Howard's like, what are the problems? What's wrong? And he was like, I can't do it on my back anymore. I gotta lay on my side because he got so fat. I'm like, oh my God. These are what you call wake-up calls. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus. I get so self-conscious. Even tonight, we had a little family gathering somewhere else. And I was eating And I just felt like I was getting fatter as I was eating. And I started to get self-conscious because I was like, everybody's telling me how much weight I lost and stuff. And while I eat, what happens is like it just fucking my belly just grows, and it's like, wait a minute, let me suck that in a little bit. What the fuck? Well, we saw him try to reach behind himself to get that midget off him, and he couldn't do it. That's right. You're right. He probably shits in the showers. Oh, yuck. He probably has a bidet that is industrial strength so he can get douched like an elephant. I'm sure he shits in the bathtub. I hope not. Let me go back up here because I missed some. Jenny Craig won't return his phone calls. Just call him lard ass. Whatever when he looks in the mirror, he pretends to be like Dirk Diggler from Boogie Nights. You meant whatever when he looks here. I wouldn't doubt it. He's got a very warped image of himself. I think he's got body dysphoria. He looks in the mirror and he sees like a normal sized person, because you can't. I don't want to keep harping on this, but you can't act like you're the shit when you're in that predicament. You got to be somewhat humble. Like Chicky should be on here. Everything he says before he says it, he should be like, well, I know I'm not doing great in life, but I know I've got my flaws and I got a lot of improvements to make, but you know what I mean? Don't just start talking shit about people knowing that you're looking like that on the fucking screen. Yeah, Joe. FBS just got out of the shower. I'll be listening in while I dry my fat ass. All right, Mickey Bats. I didn't know you were fat, but good luck, I guess. I don't know what to say. As soon as I quit drinking, I lost 15 pounds in 3 weeks. Yeah, that happens with a lot of people when they quit drinking. With the all-you-can-eat buffet sees him coming. Do they turn off the lights and put the clothes? They better. You could do sumo wrestling. All right, let me get back down here. Oh, wow, no more comments. All right, well, then that's my cue. I'm going to go only because it's 11 o'clock, so I could probably still get a little bit of time with my beautiful Shanna. So I'm going to get going, guys. I got an hour in there. I appreciate you guys. Thank you to everybody who donated. Well, we got Jane Creek, SL Gordon 3, No Freaking ZD now. And who else we got? Bobby, motherfucker, Ham Sammy, Casey, and Steve Blair. Thank you, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. I love you all. And until next time, salute.